up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No, or Austin bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Check your little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Check your little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Check your little piece, wanna see some more? Check your little piece, wanna see some more?
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Three games decided, three more to come this wild card weekend. And off we go on this fine Sunday. That one over the back line of the end zone. The touchback means the drive will start at the 30. First and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing, Willis. This caught right side by Worthy. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. To throw is Willis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down? They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. Willis now to throw. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another 1st down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Scoring first, so critical in a playoff game. They've got it here 1st and goal. Willis to throw. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Seahawks. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Willis. And he will take it in and tack on the 2 points to make it 8-0.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
A good return. Across the 30. They'll come up here 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger Jonathan Taylor. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. That's caught downfield by Cooper. That one good for 26 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after one, here on Super Wild Card Weekend, 8-0 is our score, and we are back to the Motor City in a moment. They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Gibbs. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Throwing, Willis. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently. Not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Willis. That is intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. And now you get the pick six, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for two. Slot receiver, headed right. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points. Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Two minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, here's Willis. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Returnable from his own 4. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. He's got it at the 3. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. So it is halftime here in the NFC Wild Card matchup, as we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? 1 half to decide it. Time for the 3rd quarter of the NFC wildcard game. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Stroud. That's caught left side by Cooper. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Stroud. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Stroud. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He'll get this ahead for about 3. Robert Spillane spills him there. They face 2nd down and 7. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 2nd down, Stroud. And he's in! Sam Laporta! Touchdown, Lions! Now, the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions will go up by 7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They send the receiver in motion left. Throwing is Willis. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask.
They send the tight end in motion. To throw is Willis. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Willis to throw. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Now Willis. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Willis now to throw. This caught right side by Worthy. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can. even second down, Mike, living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Returnable from the 17. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Room up the sideline at the 45. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
The tight end going in motion to the left. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Lions 1st down. They go right back to Taylor. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Taylor. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Here's a 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one online, and it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They hand it to Gibbs. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. A run here with Gibbs. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
And this quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, but what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
Now a give to Gibbs, running right. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. They've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-possession game.
There's an old saying in golf, Mike, that when you're on the green, never up, never in. In this case, the ball's on target. It just didn't have enough steam to get there. Winds up no good.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. On second down, here's a run with Caleb. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's going to take this all the way home. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Detroit. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Willis. First down throw there is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing, Willis. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Throwing, Willis. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will score. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Sanders on for the point after. He's got it. And the Seahawks are able to cut the deficit to 10. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Taylor. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
That one batted away and incomplete. Good work there defensively. The try for 2 does not work. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Cooper going in motion. Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double pass. The throw is going to be caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Here's Stroud to the line. His guy's going to try to get two more.
The Lions will set up for the two.
Here we go. One final play. And he will get in for the two. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Lions. They are moving on in these playoffs. They win here at home as the number 2 seed. That means right back here next weekend as they'll host a game in the divisional round. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico.